Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the words of the Mesillas Yesharim, and we are exploring the world of anivus and anava, humility, that a person must have in order to reach the shleimus, the perfection that we're striving for in Mesillas Yesharim. And he writes, as we mentioned last time, there are two different types of anava. There's the anava that a person has to have in their machshava, in their thoughts. And there is the anava, there is the humility that a person is going to have in their conduct, in their deeds as well. And now we begin with the anava b'machshava. Anava in thought means who she is bainin ha'adam yisamis etzlai. A person has to contemplate and they have to make this into reality and recognize this as the truth. Asher ein hatihila v'hakavod roim loi. In reality, there is no praise or honor that is really coming to this person. He doesn't deserve anything. Kol shekain, all the more so. Hahis nase al shar b'nei minoi. All the more so, how could a person feel superior over anybody else in this world? V'zeh minei ma shechaser mimeno be'echreach. And the reason that a person should not gloat, and the reason that a person should tell himself, I don't deserve any praise from anyone, and I certainly shouldn't look at myself as superior over anyone else, is because of two things that a person is lacking. And that is v'gam ibnei mashek v'yesh b'yodai. Number one, v'zem ibnei mashek chasim imenu be'achreach. One thing is because he lacks certain things, he has inherent deficiencies within himself. And number two, v'gam ibnei mashek v'yesh b'yodai, and even those things that he does have, which the whatever strengths or skills or talents or abilities, even there are deficiencies. So there are two accounts which a person must keep in mind that will lead him into the world of anivus, of humility. Number one is, I am lacking in my life. I'm lacking talents. I'm lacking skills. I'm lacking abilities. I'm lacking brains. I'm lacking a beautiful voice. I'm lacking money. I'm lacking strength. Whatever it is, I'm lacking compassion. I don't have good midos. Whatever person has, by very definition, he's lacking things. And number two is, even the things that I do have, I'm deficient and I'm imperfect in those areas. Says the Ramchal, firstly, whatever it is that a person lacks, that's obvious. It's impossible that whatever level a person is on in their shleimus, in their perfection, that they're not lacking many things and they don't have many deficiencies. Either because of their nature, which means I'm simply lacking certain things naturally, whether it's physical or whether it's my character, or I'm lacking things because of the virtue of my family or relatives. Person, let's say, he doesn't have the most frum of families in the world. So even though that he looks like the most religious of people, but his parents are not religious, his siblings are not religious, his aunts and uncles, no one's religious. So he goes to the family gathering. He feels like a left out. He's looking for a shidduch, and people say, "How's the family?" Well, they're very nice people, but nobody's religious over here. So by inherent nature, this person is lacking something in the realm of Torah and of mitzvahs. You can't avoid that. Or let's say that he has a very religious family, but somebody in that family is a very controversial figure. They did things that brought a lot of attention to themselves, and they have the same exact last name, and everybody associates the two of them together. It's by the very definition, there's something lacking over there. Or there are certain events which took place and happened to him, which either he got injured, perhaps, let's say, maybe financially, physically, different things that happened to him. So there's imperfection over there. There's nothing he can do about that. It's out of his control. Or mitzad maisav, or maybe he did things that are also not appropriate in his own personal actions. Sha'adam ein tzadik ba'aretz asher yaseh tov v'lo yecheta. There's no such thing, says King Solomon, as a tzaddik, a righteous man in this world who only does good and never sinned. Every righteous person has done a chait, and therefore I'm lacking in the nature of who I am, that I can't do everything perfectly. And therefore, how can I be haughty? How could I not be an Anav? I'm so perfect like HaKadosh Baruch Hu. No, nobody is. Hein kol eile mumim ba'odam she'ein manichim le'mokam hisnasus klal. Because of all these mumim, these blemishes that a person has, there's really no room inside of him for superiority, for lauding over others. Even if he possesses many amazing qualities, he is a Talmid Chacham, and he is a tzaddik, and he's wealthy, and he's strong, and he's handsome, and he has a beautiful family, and he has an amazing larger mishpach, and he's got all of the milas, all of the positive qualities. Nevertheless, the fact that he has inherent deficiencies in his life, so that certainly is enough to darken the positivity and the glow of all of the positive qualities that he has, and therefore it must keep a person humble when they examine and they look at and they realize what it is that they have not accomplished and what they don't have. Even if you have so many wonderful things going for you, the other side of the coin makes it that we have to retain a great level of anivas, of humility in our lives. We shall continue Be'ez Hashem tomorrow. All the best.